Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. This is Pamela, and you are watching Pam Entertainment TV. Listen, we're not even going to do all the spiels. So, I'm doing this video, it's a two-parter. So, please bear with me with that. I want to be able to go over two articles with you all. As from the part two of me reading Justin Baldoni's 179 page lawsuit against Blake Lively, Ryan Reynolds, and Leslie Sloan and Vision, her PR company Vision. When I was reading that, I think when I was reading the first one, which was the day before, part one, Blake Lively did a statement in the press in regards to Justin Baldoni's lawsuit. So what I want to do is share my screen. And so it says Blake Lively blasts Justin Baldoni's $400 million lawsuit, another chapter in the abuser's playbook. Now, I'm going to read this article written by Sean Mandel, posted in the New York Post. And one of the things it runs similar to me is the wording, because anytime someone is accused of DV, SA, or anything like that, when they speak out, then we hear words like Darvo. Now, I am not saying that Darvo is not a tactic, but I do think that it is something that when someone is accused of something, that we do tend to not allow for them to fight back. And so we try to make it seem like if they're fighting back, there is a problem. But anyway, you all can debate that down in the comments for me. So I'm just going to read what's said. It says here, it's not ending. Blake Lively has responded to Justin Baldoni's 400 million lawsuit against it. It ends with a co-star. Baldoni is suing Lively and her husband Ryan Reynolds, their publicist and PR firm, and the publicist's PR firm Vision, over the ongoing It Ends With Us saga, which centers on Lively's allegation of sexual harassment against Baldoni. So the suit filed Thursday in the Southern District of New York by Baldoni's attorneys on behalf of the Jane the Virgin star. It ends with a producer, Justin Baldoni. Jamie Heath, publicist Jennifer Abel, and crisis publicist Melissa Nathan claims Lively took certain measures to gain control of the 2024 show. Lawyers for Lively have issued the response, and we're getting ready to read that. Now, according to the lawyers, this complaint about is retaliation against the sexual harassment allegation. This latest lawsuit from Justin Baldoni, Wayfarer Studios, and its associates is another chapter in the quote in the abuser's playbook, end quote. Lively's legal team said in a statement to the Post, and they quote, this is what they say. This is an age-old story. A woman speaks up with concrete evidence of sexual harassment and retaliation, and the abuser attempts to turn the tables on the victim. This is what experts call DARVR: deny, attack, reverse, victim, offender. The statement continued, Wayfarer has opted to use the resources of its billionaire co-founder to issue media statements, launch meritless lawsuits, and threaten litigation to overwhelm the public's ability to understand that what they're doing is retaliation against sexual harassment allegations. And again, like I said at the top, so anytime anybody fights back, we're, and again, and I may sound like I am showing preferential treatment for one over the other. No, I'm not. I'm just saying, just looking at this out, that it's like if you accuse somebody of something, then they have no opportunity to fight back. They're just supposed to sit back. And if they do fight back, then we use labels on these people to say that they are this, that, and the third. And what we have found out that these types of labels have been used on uh, men and women uh, for decades in regards to this. When a woman is leaving an abusive husband or an abusive partner, words like that she is has abandoned her family, she has some mental health issues, la 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 la. Those words have been used when it's like that, and words like darvo and things like that have been used when men are trying to fight back against allegations of harassment and abuse and all those different things. So I think it's a war of words, and this is what makes this so interesting, because of the fact I'm starting to understand how PR teams put stories out there for whatever reason that they put stories out there, and then who makes public statements about different things. So let's continue. They are trying to shift the narrative to Miss Lively by falsely claiming that she seized creative control and alienated the cast from Mr. Baldoni. The evidence will show that the cast and others had their own negative experiences with Mr. Baldoni and Wayfair. Discovery is going to be something. Lively's lawyers added. The evidence will also show that Sony asked Miss Lively to oversee Sony's cut of the film, which they then selected for distribution and was a resounding success. Their response to sexual harassment allegation, she wanted it, it's her fault. Their justification for why this happened to her, look what she was wearing. And let me just stop there. That is not what's in the lawsuit. That is not what was going on. I think that they are overreaching right here. In short, while the victim focuses on abuse, the abuser focuses on the victim. The strategy of attacking the woman is desperate. It does not refute the evidence in Ms. Lively's complaint, and it will fail. Okay? That is their response to this. And so it's interesting. Again, you can see the PR teams working and doing what they do. But it is they made a statement that's interesting to me. They're saying that Sony said they wanted her cut, and Sony said that they wanted her stuff. So now I am interested to see in discovery to see what emails, what meetings were held, any of these things. I'm interested to see what these things that Sony put out to Blake Lively and her team to say that they were okay, because in the beginning, initially, they were not okay with the wardrobe change. Sony. So now she's saying that Sony was okay with her edits. Sonia was okay with her version of the movie. They were okay with all of those different things and how it was shot and everything like that. So they were okay with that. So I am interested because Sony has been the missing link in all of this. So I am interested to see what Sony put down in paper that they didn't put down to Wayfair. Because again, it's Sony and Wayfair paying for this. And we do understand that she was contractually obligated to be the actress in this. And we do understand that, in my opinion, Justin Baldoni overstepped his thing by allowing her to have access to certain things. He gave her an inch and she took a mile. And we also understand and know that there was issues and problems with Ryan Reynolds in the original Deadpool, to where that director didn't come back. He was scheduled to come back, from my understanding, and he did not come back. And so since we're talking about that, let me share this tab in this article. And this is from CBR, written by Jeremy Dick. And it says Deadpool and Wolverine filming reports reveals if Nicepool really could have been created to mock Justin Baldoni. So we're going to go over this particular article as well, because remember, I've told you in the 2 lives that I've done, we do find that Sony has other mutual financial relationships with Ryan Reynolds. So Ryan Reynolds has the opportunity to flex his muscles on different types of things, because we do find out too, because Blake Lively dry snitched on him, that Ryan Reynolds wrote a couple of scenes, and it ends with us without the cast and the crew or whoever knowing that he did. Blake Lively says that she wrote them, but then she dry snitched on her husband while she was doing an interview to make herself seem self-important that he wrote this thing. And we do see an email from Sony to Wayfair wanting to know what's going on. This man is not credited on anything. What happened? But if we go with the last article that we just read here, it's Darvo. It says the Nice Pool character in Deadpool and Wolverine has become controversial as it has now been pulled into a big money lawsuit against Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds. It ends with us director Jason Baldoni is suing the power couple for $400 million, and the creation of the Nice Pool character has become a big issue pointed out in the complaint. Ahead of the lawsuit getting filed, attorney Brian Friedman alleged that Nice Pool was developed by Reynolds, possibly with Lively's help, just to poke fun at Baldoni. Friedman is arguing that the serious allegations Lively made against Baldoni, which include sexual harassment, wouldn't have been turned into a joke to use in a movie if they were genuine. They'd be taken much more seriously. So, in other words, what he's saying is, if the stuff happened like she said it happened, they wouldn't have then turned around and made a joke about it in a movie. So, what was the joke? There are a few scenes in Deadpool. One where Deadpool makes a statement about where is the intimacy coach, the intimacy coordinator. Why would you make a joke like that? That doesn't make any sense. Nice Pool is supposed to have the high bun because Justin Baldoni is known for wearing a high bun on his head. You can see that in the podcast that he hosts. And also at, at the ending, towards the ending of the movie, there is a big scene where all the Deadpools are coming after Ryan Reynolds' Deadpool. All the different variants are coming after him, including Lady Deadpool. And Nice Pool, for whatever reason, doesn't have the regenerative factors like the other Deadpools. And it's Lady Deadpool who shoots him in front of a flower shop. Go back and check that out. Also, they also have in there where another instance in the Deadpool and Wolverine movie, there was an instance where Nice Pool says something about Lady Pool just had a baby and she looks nice. Deadpool say you're not supposed to say that. And then Nice Pool says something about I identify as a feminist. This is something that he has said in his podcast that he has. So this is the instances that we're working on as far as that. And this is what they're looking for. And if you go back to a video that I have talked about this, about Justin Baldoni's lawyers filed a litigation letter to Marvel to preserve all the writings, however they worked up and came up with this character of Nice Pool. Friedman has also sent a legal notice to Disney and Marvel Studios to preserve all materials related to Nice Pool's appearance in Deadpool and Wolverine, likely in a search for evidence to prove that the characters was created to mock Baldoni. Per THR, a new report shed some light on the shooting schedule for Deadpool and Wolverine and suggests that Nice Pool spoofing Baldoni is theoretically possible. One holdup is that the concept of Nice Pool character was created before the apparent issues between Baldoni and Lively on the set of It Ends With Us. However, Nice Pool scenes were reportedly shot late in the game following the November 2023 conclusion of the SAG-AFTRA strike, even in the final days of production in January 2024. So the timelines matches up. And if you know anything about Marvel, Marvel will do reshoots upon reshoots upon reshoots upon reshoots. So it's theoretically possible that if something was going on, they brought it over into this thing because Ryan Reynolds or Gordon Reynolds has been credited as a writer in Deadpool and Wolverine. If accurate, this would mean the scenes with Nice Pool were filmed well into the feud between Lively and Baldoni on the set of It Ends With Us. In November 2023, Baldoni and Wayfarer producer Jamie Heath signed an agreement on how to behave with Lively for the rest of the production. Though the two sides disagree with what led up to this point, reportedly, Reynolds confronted Baldoni over fat shaming Lively in January 2024, which had been around the same time Nice Pool scenes were being filmed. So I'm not going to read the rest of the article. I just wanted to get the gist of this. But as you can see, Justin Baldoni's camp is out here looking for all the information that they need to look for this stuff. Again, there are three, as I understand it right now, there are three lawsuits that have been filed. One by Blake Lively, suing Justin Baldoni, Wayfarer, and Jamie Heath, and for sexual harassment and other items. We've got Stephanie Jones suing Wayfarer for breach of contract. And then we have Justin Baldoni suing the New York Times for libel. And we have Justin Baldoni suing Blake Lively, Ryan Reynolds, Leslie Sloan, and Leslie Sloan's PR team for defamation. So all of this, so far as I understand it, is going down in federal court with the state in the Southern District of New York. The sad thing is that they don't do public hearings, so you can't. I mean, they don't do televised hearings. Excuse me. So we're not going to be able to see it be televised, which is sad for me. Because what I have found with people who go into courtrooms and stuff like that is depending on what publication that they work with and what angle that they want to stop, instead of just kind of going over step by step what happened in the courtroom, they'll do, they have their spin, and they want to make sure everything goes around that spin instead of reporting the news as it comes out. So we will see. We will see. All right, people. We do this every week. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Please share this video if you care. Y'all, what do you all think about Blake Lively's attorney's response to Justin Baldoni, lawsuit? Do you think it's par for the course? Do you think this is the way it's going to go? What do you think about? Because like I said, we understand and know now that a lot of these stories are pushed by PR teams. What do you think about this PR team's crisis management team, PR team? What do you think about this PR team and how they have shaped this story in the New York Post? Y'all let me know down in the comments. All right, people, we do this every week. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Please share this video if you care. Y'all, please tell a friend, tell a kin, tell a coworker, tell that heifer that you can't stand that I'm over here making these videos. And as always, people, bye-bye.